Hey guys, it's Sam here, and I just wanted to make a little short, well, I don't know if this will be short, but the plan is just to make a quick video, basically talking about the potential deal for Bradley Barcola and a little few other things. So, let's just start with the main subject of this video, obviously Barcola. So, it seems like Bradley Barcola is being the #1 target for the wing position for Liverpool this summer. A deal is not yet agreed, but apparently Liverpool are preparing their first offer, and somehow I have a knack for making these videos before news actually happens, so we will see what happens later today. But I'm not expecting anything today. I think this is going to be at least the rest of this week and potentially next week before we actually get some concrete information of where this is possibly turning out. For me, as I mentioned, when was it now? I mentioned in, I think it was, like, speaking about where Liverpool could strengthen or something like that in a video like a month ago. I think I spoke about the two main guys being Diamande or Barcola, and I was happy with either. I wasn't leaning more to one or the other. I would just be happy with either. Diamande looks like he's going to Real Madrid, which came really out of the blue because it looked like it was going to be PSG. And when that did happen, when the news flash came up that said that Diamande, that Real Madrid had agreed a deal with Leipzig for Diamande, I did think, is that going to have an effect on Barcola, because PSG are not getting the winger that they wanted, but it looks like PSG are moving on to other wingers, so they still clearly want a winger. And with Barcola also saying that he's not going to sign a new contract, he's only got 2 years left. PSG really do need to sell this summer, because they know next summer he's going to be even cheaper because he's only going to have 1 year left, and they definitely can't afford to lose him on a free. So they do need to sell him this summer, and at the moment it seems like Liverpool is the only option right now. At least Barcola is only giving priority to Liverpool right now. He wants the move, he likes the project. He's apparently spoken to Iriola and was sold on the Liverpool project. There is mixed reporting to suggest that he has agreed personal terms, or he hasn't just of yet. I'm not 100% sure where to believe in that, but it seems priority that at least he wants the move, so that much is clear. But has he agreed personal terms or not? I don't know. But it's clear that we needed to fill the void that Mo Salah has left. The only thing that we basically have to do is we can't really compare them. Like, Mo Salah was a freak. He was just a freak of nature that, for a winger, never should have got near the goals and assists he did. So Barcola is not going to come in and be a 25 goal plus season goal scorer. That's just not going to happen. That's not natural for a winger anyway. He's not going to do that. So we have to be careful in our assessment of what is a quality winger or not, because we were spoiled with the fact that we had two very, very high quality goal scoring wingers in Mane and Salah for years, and that has kind of, I believe, clouded quite a few people's judgments on, well, if they did it, you know, that others are not living up to expectations, or they're putting too much pressure on these players. I'm not saying everyone is, but there's definitely that from a few in the fan base that can't really separate the fact that they're different types of players that are just not gonna do that. So if we can do that from the off, that obviously gives him a great chance to properly settle and then produce magic. Like, he has scored. He has scored and assisted. Or should I say, he has 68 goal contributions, goals and assists, over the last 2 years. So it's not like he's not prolific. It's not like he's not, you know, an actual what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like he's just a winger that doesn't do much. He's very involved in goals and assists, and I think that with the way that Iraola is planning to play, it seems like it works. On paper anyway, it should work, and I'm just hoping that it really, really does work and we can get this over the line, and then we're golden, because we have been sitting on this winger thing for a while now, and we aren't. When the news for other positions has gone dead, pretty much. It's just winger talk. Like, we needed a centre back, and it didn't help that Joe Gomez got injured 10 minutes into our first pre-season game. So we needed a centre back before that, because we know Joe Gomez is made of glass. But that just really proved it, and absolutely, I don't know how long the injury is. I've not seen anything yet to suggest how long this injury could be, if it's serious or not. But I mean, we needed a centre back anyway. It's clear that we absolutely need one. So that's a definite. And also, the midfield talk has gone pretty much dead. Since May or June, like the start of June anyway, there was midfield talk. There was obviously links with Alex Scott and Adam Wharton. The midfield talk has gone dead again. It's literally just pretty much Barcola talk and other winger targets. The rest has gone dead. So we do need to get this winger sorted ASAP to allow us to move on to those other positions, because it's clear that we need bodies in those positions, but right now I think we are just trying to focus on filling the Mo Salah void, which I get, but also, you know, we don't want to have this same thing happen like it did last season, where we go for a position that we need right at the end of the window, only for the club to back out of the deal at the end because they can't get a replacement, and we look stupid in that. It's important that we don't do that again. So if we can get Barcola ticked off within the next, I'd say, week, 2 weeks, I think that gives us enough time to navigate deals for a centre-back and a midfielder. That then remains a priority. Again, you do think about a possible striker, but then Chiesa did play as a striker against Sunderland, so you're wondering if Iriola's thinking is making Chiesa that second striker alongside Isak whilst Ekitike is injured, or is this just pre-season? They remember Jurgen Klopp played a goalkeeper in, I think it was midfield, in one pre-season a few years ago. Pre-season, you do just give players playing time. They don't necessarily play in their correct positions, you're just giving them minutes in their legs. So is that what he was doing, or does Iriola see Chiesa as a striker? Who knows? Only time will tell, but that is the main gist for Barcola anyway. I don't think there's too much I can say on Barcola again anymore, because obviously the deal isn't done. There hasn't been an official tabling of an offer just yet. So we're still in just pretty much early stages of this, but it looks like this could potentially move quickly, especially if Liverpool start putting down their offer. The only other thing I will say is that I don't think it's going to be the 140 million that is being asked for by PSG. We get it. It's obvious he's a talented player and they're gonna want the best, the most amount they can get for him. But given he's got 2 years left, it's not going to be 140. I expect, my personal feeling is it would be around 125, I think. Maybe 130. I think they will meet somewhere in the middle. I think Liverpool will try for probably about 120, I would say. And then PSG will probably try and still stick with 140. When they realise that's not going to happen, they'll have to lower it. They'll try 135. I've just got a feeling it's going to be around 125. 120, 125, maybe 130. I don't think we'll go any higher than that. And I think eventually PSG will meet with Liverpool in the middle and agree a deal. So it's just waiting and see basically what happens. So moving on to the other little things as well at the end of this video I wanted to talk about. Obviously within the last couple of weeks, Dominic Szoboszlai and Freddie Woodman have signed new contracts. Woodman is staying until 2029 and Dominic Szoboszlai is staying until 2031. Very, very good. Woodman, obviously, he seemed like a very, very good third choice keeper to have. Understands he's not going to play, but is a great character to have in the dressing room. And plus, when he did get moments last season, there wasn't particularly anything too wrong with him. So he's a very decent third choice to have. Of course, Szoboszlai, it was obvious we needed to tie him down. He had his best season in a Liverpool shirt by far last season. Was our player of the season. Probably one of the only couple of players that can come out of last season with their head held high. And yeah, it's very good news. He's staying until he's at least 30, which does give him, which at least gives us, his best years. He's giving his best years to Liverpool, so that's very, very good. That's exciting, and absolutely, possibly, the next vice-captain. I think I'll make a video on that. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to put it out there right now. He would be my choice for vice captain. Anyway, one more thing before I go. Hold on. Might as well restart. One more thing before I go is it has been a month since my last video, and again I am very sorry about that. I am the world's worst YouTuber. Look, I am shit. I don't even have an excuse. I'm not busy. I'm not doing anything. I'm unemployed. So there really was no excuse to keep leaving you guys with no videos. I just forget. Like, honestly, to me it feels like I made that Red Dead Redemption video only a couple of weeks ago. Yet it's been a month. And it was a month before the last Red Dead Redemption video. And I promised in the video that it would not be a month until the next video. Especially the next Red Dead Redemption video. And it has. So I'm done promising you guys things. Because I just lie. I don't mean to. I swear. I do not mean to. I'm just not very good at YouTube. I'm not. Like, I'm not. How the hell do I have 55 subscribers? Why are you here? Like, why? These videos are not good. I am not good. Clearly. I'm breaking promises left, right and centre to you guys. And, I'm sorry. I am really sorry. But yeah. I'm not gonna promise that it won't be a month again. But what I will say is I will try. I will absolutely try. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. I just forget, and then the days just fly by, the weeks fly by, and before you know it, it's been a month. Like, it doesn't feel like that to me. But somehow it's been a month, and I don't know. But I promise... No, I don't promise. I do promise. I do promise I will try and get better. That is what I can say. I'm not promising you I will get better. I'm promising you I will try to get better. Okay? Hopefully you guys can accept that. Hopefully you're not too mad. Because I'm sorry. I am very sorry. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please have a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.